Over the years, I have been no stranger to experimenting with stings from the world's most painful creatures. But after surviving a horrible stonefish sting in Australia, I thought the worst pain I could experience had been set. That is, until this video. The bark scorpion is the only scorpion in the United States that is known to possess a potentially life-threatening sting. Every year, hundreds of cases are treated in hospitals all throughout the Southwest. So as much as this video will be shocking to some, it's an important lesson on how to identify this dangerous scorpion if you ever find yourself in this terrifying situation. So the sun has completely set, and you can see how much area I can cover with my blacklight. Now, the reason I am using the beast, as we call it, as a tool for tonight's search is because, like almost every scorpion on the planet, the Arizona bark scorpion will glow green underneath the blacklight. Now, this flat area, not a bad place to look for scorpions. You can find them here, but the best place to look, down in the wash, which is just ahead. Let's go this way. Oh, big lights on, big lights on, big lights on. Yep. We got a rattlesnake. Oh. So this is a western diamondback rattlesnake. I know that because of the tail. See that classic black and white banding along the tail, and of course we have the rattle. Now you see how it's coiled up right here? This is a very dangerous situation to find yourself in out here in the desert. There's a common misnomer that rattlesnakes will always alert you to their position. That is not always the case. Just like this one, when we came across this snake, it didn't rattle once. Now that it's more aware that we can see it, so it is rattling, but you have to be very careful out here in the desert because you never know when you're gonna come across a very dangerous snake, just like this western diamondback. All right, let's leave this snake alone and continue our search for the scorpions. One of the interesting things about animals in the night is they like a certain temperature range. They don't want it too hot, and they definitely don't want it too cold. So we're out here right now at the beginning of the evening. As the ground temperature cools, more and more animals will come out to hunt, and the scorpions will be tagging not too far behind. Look at this, guys. Don't need a black light for this one, but you do want to be careful. This is a big harvester ant nest. Look at all of those harvester ants. Now, here's an interesting fact about these ants. They're actually, per liter of venom, the most toxic insect in the world. But luckily for us, they're very small and they can only inject a tiny, minute amount at a time. So the only way to really get into trouble with harvester ants is if you're allergic or you unfortunately get swarmed, which I'm not planning to do. We're gonna walk around. So this is a scorpion hole. No scorpion, but see how it's long ways? That's from the pinchers coming out this way. That's a big scorpion den right there. Got a scorpion right here. Scorpion. Can't tell what kind it is, but I definitely have one. See it right here? Right there. I'm going to carefully move around here. Oh, it's onto me. Got him. Yep, it's gonna pinch me a little bit, and then before it calms down. Okay, look at that venom at the tip of the tail. Ah, let go of me. Ah. I've got a good hold. Look at that. I mean, unmistakable, right? Like you are not gonna miss something glowing out here in the desert that color. But unfortunately, this is not the bark scorpion that we are looking for. This is actually a very small desert hairy scorpion, one that I have already been stung by. Oh, you're pinching me. One that I have already been stung by for the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index, but this is a good sign that there are scorpions on the move. Let's put this little desert hairy back down where we found it and keep searching. Bye, buddy. Oh, here we go. Got a scorpion. Hang on, this one's different. Yep, okay. We have another species. But here's the deal. It's not an Arizona bark scorpion. However, it is the scorpion species that is most often mistaken for a bark scorpion. Let me show you how I can tell that it is not one. Look at this. Those 3 stripes on the tail, that is how I know what I have here is none other than the southern devil scorpion. Pretty crazy name, right? What? Yeah, the devil scorpion, also known as a striped tail. Now, I have never been stung by this species before. I think we all know what you're thinking. And I would agree to double sting. Should we do double sting, guys?
Yes.
All right, we're out here attempting to put these scorpions on the bite sting index. So I think this video just turned into a double sting test. But our search is not over. Let's put this in a small container and keep looking for the bark scorpion we came all this way to find. Got a scorpion. Oh. Don't spook it, don't spook it, don't spook it. Got it. Oh my goodness. Bark scorpion. Bark scorpion. Look at that. This is the most dangerous scorpion in all of North America, and one that has actually been responsible for human deaths. Okay, get in jar. Relax. Woo! Okay. I cannot believe we found it. We were about to give up and head home for the night. Sure enough, this is the scorpion that I will now go up against to show you what it's like to get stung by one of the most feared arachnids in the world, the bark scorpion of the United States. Let's go set up the sting table. Well, I would call that a very successful late night scorpion hunt because we found not one, but 2 new species of scorpion to rate on the bite sting index. And instead of putting them off till the end of the video, I think I'd rather get into it right now. Let's enter the sting zone with the devil scorpion. Here we go. Just want to get a good hold. Got it. Can't feel a pinch, but I'll tell you what I will be able to feel. The tip of that stinger once I get injected with the scorpion's venom. While I fully expect the bark scorpion to be worse, knowing what I know about scorpions, this one's still going to pack a powerful punch. So I'm gently going to cover the scorpion like this, release the stinger, and then whap, take a sting. Try my best to recover the scorpion after the sting, but this is going to hurt. You guys ready? You got your shot? This is gonna happen really fast, and I only wanna do it once. You ready? All right, let's enter the sting zone with the devil scorpion on 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Yuck. Oh. It burns. It burns. Yeah. Hang on. Just down. Oh yeah. Feeling the burn. Woo! Yow. Okay. Definitely painful, but as I expected, not unbearable. I would put it right there with the bee sting. I'm curious to see what the reaction will be over the next 24 hours. So once I see what the aftermath is at the end of this video, we will give the devil scorpion an official BSI rating. But now it's time for the main event. Let's get the bark scorpion out. Here we go. That is the real deal, the bark scorpion. When it comes to scorpions that could be potentially dangerous and even life-threatening, the bark scorpion is the only scorpion that lives in the United States that's considered potentially deadly.
And if you're wondering if I'm nervous, I am terrified. This sting pushes the limit. I hope I can make it through this one, guys. This one could be bad. I'm gonna take the scorpion out of the container so I can show you some of the key identifiers to know if you're looking at the Arizona bark scorpion or not. Okay, here we go. There are 3 main things you want to look for. See how the claws are very elongated. They're not powerful. They do not hurt. They can't really pinch you like a giant desert hairy scorpion could. Yeah. These claws are very delicate, and they just use their claws for eating. They're not using those claws to capture their prey. What they are using, though, is their extraordinarily potent venom. If you look at the tip of the tail, the telson is what it's called. At the base of the stinger, the bark scorpion has a tooth. See that little notch? I can barely see it with my own eyes, but it's there. And that's how I was able to confirm this is a bark scorpion. No tooth, no bark. The third and most practical way to know that you're dealing with the bark scorpion is just by observing how you found it in the first place. Here we go, watch this. See that? Ran right underneath this piece of wood, hanging upside down. And these scorpions like to hide like this, guys, out of sight, inverted, underneath objects. So you can see here easily why people often get stung by bark scorpions. You're doing yard work, you pick up a piece of wood or a rock, you don't see the scorpion, you accidentally grab it, bam, you're stung. And what's worse than that, you often don't even see what stung you, but you sure can feel it. Now, it's time for the moment that I have been dreading for over 15 years, ever since I started coming to the Sonoran Desert. Quick PSA, I feel obligated to tell you, like I always tell you, but this one, guys, I'm very serious. Never attempt to recreate what you are about to see. All right, guys. Here we go. I hope I'm going to be okay and that this is just very painful in terms of an experience, but there's a chance that this might be the one, this could be the one that sends me to the hospital. Like we always do for the Bite Sting Index, I'm going to rate the sting of this scorpion on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. I am intimidated, very much so. The pain, I believe, is going to be very severe, and for aftermath, this could be a high score. That's what I'm really curious about. How bad are the symptoms from this sting going to actually be for the next 24 hours? Will I be just fine, shake it off, or will I have to go seek medical attention? It's time to find out. Just like last time, I'm gonna cover the scorpion, release the stinger, whap, take the sting. My heart is beating out of my chest. I absolutely feel fear right now. This is for real, I'm doing it. I'm Mark Vince, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the Arizona bark scorpion. I am terrified. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah! Wow! Oh, that's painful. Oh, that's terrible. Oh! Whoa! Holy smokes! Oh! I gotta put it away. I gotta put it back. Oh God, that's so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys, it's so bad. It's It's just, my whole hand's numb. My whole hand is numb. Radiating heat. It's like, it's so painful. Oh my gosh, I have never felt instant pain like that. I thought it was gonna be bad, but I did not think it was gonna be this bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, more painful than stonefish, it's more painful than bullet ant. It's way more painful than the bullet ant. Oh.
Wow, we have a new king today.
Oh gosh, it really burns. It really burns to touch. It's so tender. So tender all through my finger. Oh gosh, and it hit me like I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready. I was not prepared for it to be this bad. Oh, it's getting worse. It feels like my whole hand's just like wanting to like curl up and seize. My whole finger is like almost like going paralyzed. That hurts. Oh, and it's swelling bad. Look at that. Look at my finger swelling up. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Never in my life have I felt a pain so shocking and so jarring. And what's crazier is the build of this sting was the first time I seriously thought about going to the hospital. In over 10 years of making videos on Brave Wilderness, I've never had to go or even thought about going. But this sting gets scary. For intimidation, this scorpion gets a huge score because it is well known for being the worst and most dangerous scorpion in North America. No other scorpion even comes close to being as feared as this one, and for that, it gets a 9.8 out of 10. For pain, I know I've had gnarlier looking stings before, like the bullet ant and the tarantula hawk that made my arm flare up right away, but this one was worse by far. It was like being struck by a lightning bolt of pain that made me jump up in the air and my whole hand shocked into numbness within a matter of seconds, leaving behind a pulsating pins and needles electrical fire in its wake. Simply put, it's a solid 10 of 10. For aftermath, this is where it got bad. The electrical pins and needles in my hand got worse, almost too painful to even touch. And then it started to spread. First up the top of my arm, then my whole arm up to my elbow went numb. And that radiating Charlie horse pain got worse and worse and worse. And as the pain started to creep past my elbow, I thought I was certainly going to need to go to the hospital. And I'll admit to you right now, I was terrified that I had finally pushed it too far. And I told myself, if it gets to my shoulder, we're going. But luckily for me, it stopped just short. And after about 12 hours of numbness, it retreated back to my elbow, and by the next morning, it was only radiating in my hand and wrist. All in all, it took 4 days to regain feeling in most of my hand, but my finger and thumb took a full week to recover. So I'm sure by now you've guessed it, the aftermath was also a 10 out of 10, giving the Arizona bark scorpion a total BSI score of a 9.9, which easily dethrones the bullet ant and making it the brand new king of sting. Now don't think I forgot about that first sting, guys. Here's the ranking of the devil scorpion. For intimidation, it's quite small, but its name certainly is worth an extra point all on its own. For that, I give it a 7.6 out of 10. For pain, it was really on par with the bee sting, maybe a little bit worse on the front end, so it gets a 7.9 out of 10. For aftermath, the pain radiated for about a day around the sting site, but there wasn't any major swelling or other symptoms to note. So for that, it only gets a 6 out of 10, giving the devil scorpion a total BSI rating of a 7.2, which is a very reasonable score for such a tiny scorpion.
1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can pinch. They can pinch really good. He's pinching me. When they pinch you, your first instinct is to let go of that tail, and that's exactly what the scorpion wants. So it can wield that stinger and inflict a painful punch. Oof, but you just gotta fight through it. Eventually he'll relax and realize he's been caught. But look at the size of that scorpion. That is one serious arachnid. Let's see just how painful the giant hairy scorpion really is. Oh boy, would you take a look at that. Look at the size of that scorpion. And it is time for another sting test, this time with America's largest scorpion, the giant desert hairy. Now we found the scorpion just feet away, right here at our Airbnb in Tucson, Arizona. In fact, check this out. We have a live studio audience today.
Try to keep it down, guys. The giant desert hairy scorpion earns its name because it is truly giant. Most scorpions out here are a fraction of the size of this one. This is a truly huge arachnid with a stinger that is also giant. And this is a species that you would come across. If you lived in Arizona or you're out here adventuring, this is certainly an animal that can end up inside your house. I want to take a sting today to show you just how severe the sting from this scorpion truly is. And then we will know once and for all whether or not we need to be afraid of this hairy arachnid. We're also going to rank this sting on 3 factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath, scoring each from 1 to 10, and then we will average the total to see where this scorpion rates on the brand new and official Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Boy, it is fired up and aggressive already. Holy cow, look at those pinchers. This scorpion is big enough to actually give you a sizable pinch. So when I first pick it up today, I'm gonna get walloped right off the bat. Now, before I get stung, let's talk about some of the things I brought with me for the test today. I brought with me some Sting Kill. I have never used Sting Kill on any of my sting tests before, so I thought, hey, it's in my pack. Let's give it a shot with today's scorpion sting to see if this sting antidote actually relieves the pain from a scorpion. And then, of course, I always bring with me my first aid kit along with my EpiPen. Just in case I have some sort of severe allergic reaction to this venom, the EpiPen will save me in time to get to emergency services. So I always carry an EpiPen. Never attempt to do what I'm about to do. This is not a good idea. Yes, I think this is going to hurt very badly. Please do not attempt to do what you're about to see. I am definitely nervous. I am always nervous before I take a sting from a species for the first time, because until you take the venom firsthand, you never really know how bad it's going to be. So with that, I think it's time to get hands-on and release the beast. You guys ready? Got this shot? Okay. Careful. Whoa. Now I have to grab the scorpion without taking a sting. Man, it's fast. I'm gonna use this platform to help keep it on the table. All right, so the object here is to not get stung before I'm ready, but in order to tail the scorpion, I need to grab a segment right behind the telson, which is the stinger. And this is a one-shot deal. You do this wrong, you are getting stung almost instantly. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Got him. And then he's gonna try to pinch me with those big pinchers. Ah, yeah, he's got his pincher on me there. Oh, right under my skin. Now, I have a good grip, and we can talk about how the scorpion feels. Its exoskeleton is very rigid and hard, almost as hard and tough as a crab or a lobster. So I am by no means gonna squish or hurt the scorpion by holding it like this. And yes, those pinchers can give you a wallop of a pinch. Ah, yeah. One more time for good measure. Now, another kind of interesting thing is the face of this scorpion. You can see it has some eyes right here at the sides, and it has eyes right there in the center, similar to a spider. It gets its name, the giant desert hairy, not only because it's giant in size, but because it's also hairy. You can see the hairs off of all the appendages, and you can really see the hairs coming off the tip of the stinger there. You see that? And those hairs help the scorpion sense its environment. This is an arachnid, having 8 legs, related to spiders, but of course it has a much different defense mechanism than a spider. Spiders use fangs to inject venom. Scorpions inject venom with the stinger on their tail. Okay, I think it's time to talk about the business end of the scorpion. The sting of the giant desert hairy is delivered by the tip of the stinger, the telson, which has a venom gland within it that delivers its venom like a hypodermic needle. And this animal uses its sting as a means of defense and predation. This scorpion will be out hunting at night. Once it finds a prey item, which would be other small insects, arachnids, or even a small lizard, it would grapple it with those large pinchers and then inflict a painful sting, subduing its prey so they could be eaten alive. But in this sting test, it will be using its stinger as a defense mechanism against my hand, just like any would-be predator. Okay, it's time to go hand to stinger with America's largest species of scorpion. You guys ready?
We're ready, Mark.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to cover the scorpion with my hand, my left hand, and I'm going to release the stinger. When I do that, this scorpion is going to instantly go into defense mode and rapidly sting me with that tail. And I can tell you right now, this scorpion is fired up. It is ready to go. It's pinched me multiple times, and it means business. You guys ready for this? I'm looking at the tip of that stinger right now. On 3. 1, 2, 3. He's pinching me. Yep. Oh my God, the venom spray, did you see that? Oh, it's stuck there. I had to pull the stinger out, it was stuck under my skin, and I got sprayed by venom. Did you guys see that pool of venom? Oh my gosh. All right, here, I gotta put this back. Oh yeah, that was a full burst. I definitely got dosed, and it burns. You see it's already starting to get red around my knuckle. It's starting to burn really bad. Hang on. Oh yeah. I cannot believe how much venom just sprayed out of the tail like that. I didn't know it could spray, and it does burn. Holy smokes. Yeah, this whole area is a little inferno right there, all around my knuckles. Man, that is so much different than I expected it to be. I expected the stinger to just pop, like whap me. It like scooped up underneath my skin, and I had to literally pull the stinger out. Oh man, that burns. Yeah, that burns real good. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes, and you can see that I'm definitely getting some swelling going. We're gonna continue to monitor this sting, but now it's time to officially rank this sting. For an intimidation factor, seeing that huge tail jab me over and over and all that venom spraying out was super intimidating, so I give it an 8 out of 10. The pain was somewhere between a hornet and a bee sting. I'd rate it a 4 out of 10. For the aftermath, it wasn't so bad. The pain afterwards is very manageable, especially after applying some sting kill. So I give it only a 3 out of 10. Combined, this scorpion rates it a 4.3 on the brand new official Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. That is easily the gnarliest sting I have ever taken in terms of seeing the stinger go in and get stuck. I've never had to pull a stinger out like that before. That was wild. But in terms of should we be afraid of this animal, I don't think we should be any more afraid of the giant desert hairy scorpion than we are of your common bee or wasp. Today I'm going to intentionally take a bite from the desert blonde tarantula to see just how dangerous it really is. But before I can do that, I've got to catch one. Let's get searching. We're searching the Sonoran Desert of Arizona to find these tarantulas. This desert is teeming with all sorts of venomous creatures, and the best time to find them is after dark. The sun is finally set, headlamp is on. This headlamp is going to be the main tool that I use tonight to find one of these tarantulas. So I'm going to use my headlamp to sweep from side to side. There's not a lot that gives away other than just getting a light right on the tarantula itself. And then comes the tricky part, actually catching one. I also have a snake hook with me tonight, which could come in handy in catching a tarantula, but the main reason I have it is because this is prime rattlesnake territory. There's a lot more things crawling around out here than just big spiders. These spiders are out tonight hunting, but if they're near their hole, they'll quickly tuck back in. If I don't get close enough in time, it's pretty much game over and we'll have to find a new tarantula to catch. Whoa, we got a rattlesnake right there. You see it coiled up? Right there. Back up a little bit, guys. That is a western diamondback rattlesnake. Now, it is not a big one. This is a juvenile, but it is still capable of inflicting a very serious bite. You can use a snake hook to move snakes out of our way, just like this. Let the snake go, and we keep searching for spiders. Yes. It's a great sign that we're seeing all these venomous creatures out on the hunt. This desert is coming alive.
Put a scorpion right at your foot.
Look at this. desert hairy scorpion right there. Let's see if I can grab it. Best way to do this is just to grab right at the top knuckle so it can't sting me. Let's see if we can get him to calm down. Stay buddy, stay buddy. Come on. There we go, that's good. Oh. Got him. Oh yeah, he's pinching me. All right, here we go. Let's see, show you what we got here. That is a pretty good size giant desert hairy scorpion, the largest species of scorpion in the United States. Luckily, I've got a good grip on its stinger there, but you can see there's even a little bit of venom starting to come out of the tip of it. If you don't grab these guys correctly, they will give you a pretty good pop. You can see why they call them the desert hairy. Look at all the hairs all over its body. It doesn't get much cooler than these large scorpions. All right, let's put them back and keep looking for those tarantulas. Scorpions and tarantulas are out here hunting the same food. I have a feeling we're closing in on our giant spider. Oh, I got a spider right there. Let's go. All right, got my container. Let's see if we can get a catch. Okay, its hole's right here. Going to need to move in carefully. That is a big male. Oh no, I lost it. Hang on, maybe I can coax it back out. Oh no. Ah, lost it. Wait, hang on. It's still there. Got it back. I got it back. Snake hook is coming in clutch. Okay, coax it this direction. See it rearing its abdomen up. Okay, oh, just bit the snake hook. Here we go, guys. Got it. Got it. Here we go. Woo! Oh, buddy. That is a good one. Big male desert blonde tarantula. After a little bit of searching and a little bit of luck, then we brought the snake hook. We got ourselves our tarantula for the bite test. All right, let's hike it back in. Let's go, guys. Yes! As fate would have it, as we were heading back to start setting up for the bite test, we saw an even bigger spider. Oh, another tarantula. This one looks bigger. Oh yeah, okay. Let's try to catch this one too. All right, I don't know how close it is to its hole, but I'm going for the catch. Here we go. Holy cow, that is a huge freaking spider, guys. Wow. Cha-cha-cha. Ho, 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 ho! Oh, that is the specimen we have been after. That is a truly huge tarantula. I did not expect this. Not one, but two huge desert blonde tarantulas. What we have here are a male and a female. And unfortunately for me, I think this video just turned from a tarantula bite test to a tarantula bite comparison. And I'm sure you are as curious as I am which of these two spiders has the more painful bite. It's time to find out. I am definitely nervous. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Two full-grown desert blonde tarantulas. And the table is now set for the ultimate spider bite test here in the Sonora Desert. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. What I'm about to do is a bad idea. Please do not attempt to recreate what you're about to see in this video. We have two tarantulas here in front of us. We have a male and the female, which we found unexpectedly. I think it is worth doing a bite test comparison to see which bite is more ferocious, because these spiders live very different lives from each other. Females actually live for a lot longer. We're talking 25 years for a female tarantula and only 5 to 10 years for a male. Females tend to bunker down. They stay a lot more localized to their nests, where the males are much more nomadic and predatory. I have a suspicion that we have a very different bite profile to these two spiders, and we are going to put that to the ultimate test. Let's take a closer look at Arizona's largest spider. Ladies first. In order to get some really good footage of the spider, I'm going to move it into this glass dome. And of course, we don't want our spider to get away. All right, delicate little procedure here. Wow. There we go, perfect, perfect, perfect transfer. Oh.
my goodness. The fangs on these spiders are enormous. It's not just going to be the venom that I'm up against today. We're talking actual puncture wounds from fangs that large. In terms of what they're out here hunting and eating, pretty much anything that they can grapple onto. They are very strong spiders, and of course, possessing those large fangs, they could subdue a variety of prey. Even small lizards would be a good meal for a spider this size. The females tend to be a little bit bigger than the males. They are called a desert blonde tarantula, predominantly because you can see those hairs and just how blonde they are in the middle. But that is a full-grown desert blonde tarantula. The best way to probably go about doing this is for me to grab it by its carapace, the top of the head of the spider, and I'm gonna try to pin it, grab it, and then I'll be able to show you the fangs and of course inflict the bite right here on my thumb. All right, brought a couple things with me today. I have a large pair of tweezers. Of course, we always bring first aid kit. The thing I need the most is the EpiPen. The worst outcome that can happen besides the pain that I'm about to experience is an allergic reaction. I think it's time to take the first of 2 bites from a tarantula. Okay, here we go. Now the females are known for being a little more docile than the males. Beyond, oh, easy girl, easy girl. Back. So you see how it's rearing its abdomen up right there? Beyond their capability to inflict bites, they also possess another defense mechanism, which is to flick the hairs off their abdomen. Females are rumored to be less aggressive, but this one looks ready to bite. And what I'm trying to do right now is to get a good hold on the carapace. This is the safest way for me to hold it for both me and the tarantula. There we go. Oh, geez. Okay, that made my heart jump. Okay. The spider just wants to come right at me. Oh my gosh. Did you hear that? That is the sound of spider fangs scraping the table. Okay. Look at the size of those fangs. And their fangs are retractable, just like a snake. And they are thick. We're talking some very large fangs. Those are going to pop holes in my skin for sure. Gotta get up a lot of nerves to do this. Okay, I've got a good grip on the spider. I'm gonna go for it. On 3. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to take a bite from Arizona's largest spider, the desert blonde tarantula. On 3. 1. So nervous. 2. 3. Spider's fangs are on my skin. Ah! Yep, got me. You can see there's a little blood right there. Only popped 1 fang through. I think I gotta take a better bite, guys. It wasn't a good enough bite. All right, I'm gonna do 1 more. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that time it got me. That time it got me good. Oh my God. That freaked me out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on, let me get the spider back. Get back in there, girl. Get back in there. Yeah, see right there. See that? Definitely burns. Oh my gosh, my adrenaline is like firing right now, guys. I feel like my soul just jumped out of my body. That is the most freaked out I've been around an animal. And it definitely burns. Oh man. My neck, okay? Yeah. My neck is like seized up. It's like I've got a cramp right here. I don't know if it's from the bite or if it's from just the nerves and the tension. Oh my gosh. I think it's nerves. I don't think it's from the venom. Definitely burns. It's definitely a burning sensation. I had to really try hard to get that spider to bite me. I want to point that out, that this spider did not want to bite, but that was not an aggression bite, for sure. Okay, I think I'm good enough to do another bite. I think it's time to bring in the second tarantula and see if the male can inflict a more aggressive bite wound, which I have a feeling that's gonna happen. Males are known to be more aggressive, and that's why I wanted to do a bite test here. Much darker in coloration than the female too. Not looking forward to this. And my hand still burns from that first bite. Okay, come here. Come here, you. Come here, you. Okay. Got it pinned. Oh my gosh. Way stronger. Way stronger. Way more aggressive. Look at it attacking. Got it. Oh boy, that was tough. Okay. There you have it. The male desert blonde tarantula. Here are the fangs. You could see just as terrifying as the female spider. You can see there's even venom on these. Okay, on 3. I'm about to take my second bite, this time from a male and much more aggressive desert blonde tarantula. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Just waiting for the bite to come. You see, he does not want to bite me.
It's not as angry as the female.
No. Big reaction is that these animals do not want to bite me. So while we've given this spider plenty of opportunity to inflict a bite, you can see it really has no intent to do me any harm. And frankly, it should be a lot more afraid of me than I am of it. So I hope after watching this video, we all have learned some important lessons about Arizona's largest spider. Even though these spiders are large and admittedly pretty creepy, we really have no reason to fear them. And honestly, their venom isn't that strong because spiders this large tend to use their strength to overtake their prey. They don't want to bite you, and even if they do, it's really not that bad. It's a blue one. You gotta see this. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. It's blue. Holy cow. I think it's now turned from a sting test to a sting comparison. Just a few minutes ago, I was stung by a big black carpenter bee, which walloped me. But I didn't know they came in blue. What's your bet? Black or blue? In this video, we're going to find out which of these giant bees has the more painful sting and which of them will rate higher on the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. And we're back. We have 1 black carpenter bee and 1 blue carpenter bee, the new contender. I was stung by this black carpenter bee. A broad-handed bee is another name for it. Right there, yesterday, this bee is ticked and it is going to sting the heck out of me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow, yeah, wow. Oh, I want to get away. All right. Let's get this bee. You see the venom coming out of that hole? Oh, yeah. Big bee got me. Big bee got me. And you can see in 24 hours, the swelling has expanded to cover nearly my entire forearm. You can see all that inflammation right there. Check this out, it even jiggles. Cool. But of course, as we were wrapping up yesterday, packing up all the gear, starting to film the aftermath scenes for the BSI rating of the broad-handed black carpenter bee, this new contender entered the picture. We have unlocked a new character, a blue carpenter bee. I have never seen a bee with a blue coat before. And it's not kind of blue, guys. Let's get a tight shot of this. It is really blue. We're talking sky blue coat all over the back of the bee, around the face, on the front legs, and it even has a blue iridescent shine to the wings. So, seeing that this bee is ultra colorful and aposematic, blue is a warning color, I'm thinking to myself, gosh, that black carpenter bee really packed a punch. But maybe, just maybe, the blue carpenter bee is even worse. In my mind, the bigger the bee, the bigger the sting. However, we know from all the sting tests we've done, size isn't the only factor. The potency of the venom means a lot.
For example, let's take a quick look back at this small but ultra painful cow killer. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Oh. Ah. Wow. Yeah. Holy moly. Yeah, that's one of the better ones I've taken. It is, I can already tell you right now, the swelling from this tomorrow is going to be so much worse than it is right now.
And the pain, the power of the venom in this bee is fresh in my mind. So does the black carpenter bee, being a bigger bee, have a more powerful sting? Or will the real BSI champ be this beautiful blue carpenter bee? There's only one way to find out, and we came a long way to get here in Borneo. So if there's ever a time for a sting off between the black and the blue carpenter bee, this is it. And with that, I think it's time to enter the sting zone once more. What do you guys say?
It's time, Mark.
Okay, let's put the black carpenter bee aside for now and really focus in on today's new entrant to the Brave Wilderness Bite Sting Index. Now, I will be grading this sting, as always, on 3 factors: intimidation, pain, aftermath. Intimidation, it's a lot smaller than the broad-handed bee from yesterday, but the pain, that's what I'm interested in. That coloration could be a warning sign, could be a signal that this bee's venom is way worse than the broad-handed bee. But they're called carpenter bees because of how they reproduce. When a female bee wants to lay an egg, she will bore into wood. They'll leave one egg behind with a ball of pollen. They are pollinators. And then that larva will hatch from the egg, eat the pollen, emerge as a bee, and the cycle continues again.
But for me, the takeaway is that these bees have jaws strong enough to saw through wood. And if it bites me, I'm in for a world of hurt.
The aftermath, of course, we won't know for at least a day because we've seen what this can do in a day. And I am running out of canvas. Gonna address that real quick. Typically, for a comparison, I like to do the opposite arm or maybe another spot on the arm. This forearm is completely cooked. This forearm, I just got stung by a really strange insect earlier today, and it's wreaking havoc on me already. I've already got a big goose egg here, so I don't want to mess with that experiment. So I think the only blank canvas that I have to offer for the blue carpenter bee is a little further up my sleeve. So I'm gonna take a sting right here.
Mark, you look like Popeye.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna need a vacation after this trip, guys. I am getting nailed. All right. Okay. This is not gonna be good. All right, here we go. I'm gonna really try not to lose this bee. This is the only blue carpenter bee we've seen all week long. This is a rare one. All right, I'm gonna keep the net on standby. You guys ready?
We're ready, Mark.
Here we go. Oh, it woke up. Okay. Got it. Just so you guys know, I'm not hurting the bee at all by doing this. It is super tough. Oh man, see that stinger fishing already? Okay. I'm gonna have to do this quick. This bee is super slippery. That blue coat is so slippy. Okay, we got it. All right, here we go. I'm Mark Benz, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with a big blue bee. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ah, bite me. Ah, yeah, oh, it got me. Oh, hang on, it's biting me. He's in there, he's on. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh. Ooh,
Oh man. All right, someone get the net. Someone get the net. Cover him. Oh yeah, that stings. Get him back in the container. Come on, come on. Oh, it stings. God. Oh yeah. She's a biter. She's a biter. And she stings. That didn't happen yesterday. Took 2 really good stings. Multiple bites. Oh, got a headache.
You okay, Mark?
Dude. Oh, that was so much worse on this bite and the sting than yesterday. Like,
Worse than the black bee?
I mean, she bit the heck out of me. She bit me so hard I'm bleeding. Those bees can chew through wood. She had no problem popping through my skin. Look at that, guys. I'm surprised I'm not bleeding more for how bad that hurt. Okay. Okay. You get the shot?
You got it.
Okay. I don't want to do that again. I think I'm done with carpenter bees. My arm is like, what the heck? What is going on? What are you thinking? Oh man, the venom's starting to set in too. Let's see. Stings are down below. All right, let's roll into it. Where does the big blue bee rank next to the black carpenter bee here in Borneo? Let's roll the ratings. Here we go. On intimidation, the blue bee was a bit less intimidating than its larger cousin, the black broad-handed bee. Seeing them side by side and their stingers both on the table beforehand, certainly the black bee was a lot more formidable. However, the blue bee still gets a respectable score of a 7.2 out of 10 because that vivid blue color all over its body, which in nature can be used as a warning sign of high venom potency. For pain, the blue bee delivered with a huge dose of it right to my arm. It bit and stung me multiple times and would refuse to let go even when I tried to pull it off. The pain caused by its venom wasn't as distinct as the black bee, but the bite certainly made up for it. For that, I give it a 7.8 out of 10. And for the aftermath, the blue bee left behind a cluster of bite and sting sites on my arm. The bites all healed like an ordinary wound, but the venom made things much more uncomfortable. As it healed, it was joined by an unusually intense itch, which made the bite wounds hard to leave alone. However, the swelling and redness left behind was much less than that of the black bee, so the blue bee only earns an 8.1 out of 10. Altogether, this big blue bee ranks as a 7.7 out of 10 on the Brave Wilderness BSI, falling short of the black bee overall and sliding in just below the bite of the assassin bug. I am in the jungles of Borneo on the hunt for an assassin. This is a super creepy crawly insect that both flies and bites. And if I'm able to catch one today, I'm going to take a bite for myself to put it on the bite sting index. But there's a little catch. In addition to the pain I will experience from this bite, there's something a lot more dangerous than meets the eye. And as I'm going through it, I'm going to describe to you why you never want to be bitten by an assassin bug. We're gonna start flipping logs. We're gonna be looking on the leaves, looking on the ground, looking everywhere throughout this really dense jungle environment. There's all kinds of creepy crawlies in this rainforest. Let's search this whole area, guys. This looks really good. The assassin bug we're looking for is either gonna be orange, yellow, or red, any of which are gonna be pretty easy to pick out of this environment because we have a lot of greens and a lot of browns. The colorful pop of these bugs is not something that blends in very well out here in Borneo, but there's a reason why these bugs don't care. We'll talk about that once we find one. This is a cloud forest, and the air is thin. It makes hiking a little more challenging than we're used to. Nothing. Got one, right here, right here. Get the stick. Now it could fly Guys, if it flies, I'm gonna spring into action, but I wanna see if you can get a shot of it. You see it on that stick? There it is. We got a red one. Red assassin bug. Andrew, can you hand me a jar?
Sure.
Thank you. See if I can scoop it up before it flies away. All right, I'm gonna put this down. You guys ready?
We're ready, Mark.
Got it. Got an assassin bug. A bright red one too. All right, it's game on. Oh man, I can see its dagger-like mouth already. Let's go set up the bite table. It's go time. Oh buddy, we got a big one today. I'm ready. At least as ready as I'm gonna be. Okay, the bite that I'm about to endure from this assassin bug, this fire red insect, is not only gonna be something that really hurts, but is also a bite that's definitely going to send me to the hospital. You heard me right. After the shoot, I'm gonna have to seek medical attention for what I'm about to do. Before I tell you why, let's take a closer look at what I'm up against. Okay, here we go. Perhaps the first thing that we notice looking at this assassin bug is its coloration. Bright red, speckled with a black polka dot pattern, and then of course that easily identifiable elongated head with the proboscis sticking out of the face. And that appendage, it's what's going to inflict the pain in today's bite test. Before I tell you about why this insect is so dangerous, let's get a closer look at it so we can appreciate just how unusual this assassin bug is. Now it can fly, so we gotta keep an eye on it. And hopefully it just sits right there. This has gotta be one of the most aposematic looking insects. Ooh, almost flew away there. This has gotta be one of the most aposematic looking insects you could ever see. Oh. I got it. Right there on that leaf. Okay. Oh no. Got it. Oh. That was close. Almost got away. That was very close to ending this bite test way too soon. Woo! Got my heart racing from that sprint, guys. Okay, well, let's, I'm gonna hold it in the forceps for the rest of the presentation. How about that?
That works, Mark.
The assassin bugs here in Borneo can fly, and most assassin bugs can fly. And they range in sizes from very small insects that are called kissing bugs to very large. The largest assassin bug is called a wheel bug, and we have those in the United States. But they are not anywhere near as colorful as this one. There it is in a defensive position, attack mode, ready for battle. Let's talk about why the bite from an assassin bug hurts so bad and why they bite in the first place. It's an assassin, it's a predator. It is out there actively hunting other insects and invertebrates to eat. And the way that it incapacitates and kills its prey is by injecting with that long proboscis a digestive saliva. You can actually see a bead of it at the end of that proboscis right now. That is a digestive enzyme that when enters the body of a victim will dissolve it, and then it will use the proboscis like a straw to slurp up its insides. Oh, yeah. Okay, now let's talk about why this is such a dangerous bite for me to be taking. Some assassin bugs can spread a deadly disease called chagas. Chagas is a condition caused by parasites mainly found in the Americas, but has recently spread to both Asia and Australia. The reason chagas is so deadly is because once infected, it typically goes unnoticed for many years until it silently leads to major health problems, including heart failure. The main reason I have not yet ranked assassin bug bites is because of the risk of this silent killer. But out here in Asia, it's safe enough to test this dreadful bite because the chances of me misidentifying the kissing bugs that spread it are almost zero because they do not live here. All that said, I could still get other nasty parasites from this bite, so I will be taking a full parasite blood test when I return to the United States, just to make sure I didn't catch a killer bug by accident. And on top of all of that, I have heard and read that the bite from these Bornean assassin bugs is extremely painful. So handling this insect can not only land you in a world of pain, it can land you in the hospital getting a blood test to make sure you don't get an incurable disease. And with that, I think it's time to rate the bite of the Bornean assassin bug. You guys ready?
We are, Mark. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Not really, not really. But enough people have been wanting to know about assassin bugs in the comments. I am willing to take a bite from this one to describe the pain and to officially rate it on our BSI. I'm gonna rank this bite, like always, on 3 different factors: intimidation, pain, and aftermath. All right, guys. I think I'm as ready as I'm ever gonna be. It's time to go flesh to proboscis with the Bornean assassin bug. Got cameras ready?
We're ready, Mark.
I'm gonna do it right here on 3. Oh, this is like stabbing yourself with a bug. I don't know why, but it's a lot easier mentally to get stung by a wasp or a bee. They kind of do the work for you. This is like I'm looking at that dagger-like mouth part and I'm literally having to pop it into my own skin. I really don't like needles. Man. All right, ready? I'm Mark Benz, and I'm about to enter the bite zone with the assassin bug. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Dang it! Wow! I don't know if I got a good bite though. I gotta go again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's biting me. Yep, it's biting me. It's in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's getting me. Oh, yeah. Oh. Woo. Oh, yeah, that got me. Okay. Yeah, that hurts. Oh, wow. Wow, that is instant fire. Yeah. That is like a hot poker going into your skin. Yeah. Okay. Wow. And yeah, it just keeps burning. I can feel it. I can feel venom. I can feel the venom doing damage under my skin. It feels so weird. It's just like simmering under the skin. It almost feels like the blood is boiling around the bite. That was so weird. I've never had a more instant pain from what looked to be a gentle touch. Did you guys see the proboscis? It just kind of like went out like an elephant's trunk. It went like whoop, and then touched my skin almost like a feather. It didn't like spear down like I expected. It touched the skin with the softest landing. I didn't think it was even gonna bite at first, and then I felt something from its mouth go under the skin. I don't know if you saw it. When I was pulling it out, you could see its tongue. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. It got me. And it doesn't look like much, but it sure hurts. Holy smokes. Okay guys, well, let's roll the rating on the Bornean assassinbug. Oh. On intimidation, this assassinbug is a standout. With its bright red colors and size, it scores much higher than other assassins you will find. On top of that, they do fly and bite without warning, making them a bug of most concern that you want to avoid at all costs. For that, it's a 7.8 out of 10. On pain, the pop of searing sting was quickly followed by intense burning and welts. It was very much like a hot poker that went in without warning, a sensation that I will never forget and really ranks it up the ladder. So for that, I give it an 8.1 out of 10. For aftermath, the swelling did flare up a lot after the bite, but in the days to follow, it turned into a more typical looking mosquito bite welt. However, this bite, of course, came with the big risk of parasites, and the anxiety of that alone bumps the score up significantly. And then there's the blood test results, which I was very nervous to get, but once I had them, they luckily came back completely negative. So while a positive test would have easily made the aftermath a 10, this time I got away with a 7.3, giving this bright red assassin bug a total BSI score of a 7.7. Man, I am super excited. The creature that we're looking for tonight is probably one of the most bizarre animals that can be found in Australia, and we have featured some interesting things over the years on Brave Wilderness, but I can promise you, nothing compares to the turtle frog. We needed rain to find this frog, and the rains have come. You are not going to miss this. Finding a turtle frog is almost impossible because you have to be in the small remote desert they live in Western Australia while it's raining. And this only happens a few times a year. Yes! Yes! Next to no footage exists of this species. If we find one, this will be the very first high quality footage ever seen. Oh, stop the car, I see something on the road. First animal of the night, a really cool lizard. Oh my gosh, it's got a huge tick on him though. I'm gonna try to pull this off. Look at that, got a tick.
Oh my gosh.
You see that? That is a big tick. And that is a really cool lizard. Very good sign for our search tonight. We're not exactly looking for shinglebacks, but this one was crossing the road, so we wanted to move him out of the way. You're welcome. All right, let's let you go off the road so you can continue on your way, and we'll continue on ours. This rain has the animals on the move. Like all amphibians, turtle frogs need moisture to survive and to breed. That is why they come up to the surface after it rains. Without this rain, the frogs will remain buried beneath the ground and impossible to find. To make matters worse, turtle frogs only come to the surface at night. We're going to have to look and listen closely to even have a small chance at spotting one. All my life, I've been a frog nerd. And I've been able to track down iconic species like the red-eyed tree frogs and poison dart frogs of Central America. And I've also gotten hands-on with all different kinds of toads, from giants, oh, wow, to the most colorful, got it, like this extremely rare harlequin toad. However, the turtle frog has always been my grail animal, and tonight is the first time in my career I'll have a shot at catching one. But if we're going to do that, I'll have to rely on all my years of experience and animal catching tricks to track one down. Perfect habitat for the turtle frog. See that right there? That sand substrate. Turtle frog, it burrows down up to 3 feet below the surface, so it really needs this sand to be able to do that. Okay, let's keep looking. We're definitely on the trail now. It's really a miracle in itself that we got prime turtle frog conditions tonight. Like seriously, all week long the forecast called for clear skies and no rain, but tonight, out of nowhere, the rain rolled in, and I have to say, it's making this adventure feel like destiny. Oh, guys, I got something. All right, so what you're looking at there is a spiny tail gecko, named for the spines on the tail, which are actually just modified scales, and they're soft, they're not sharp at all. Now these geckos have a pretty unique defense mechanism where they're able to actually secrete a chemical mixture from their tails. They like whip it at the predators trying to eat them, and it doesn't taste very good. The eyes of the gecko are probably some of the coolest eyes on the planet. They actually don't have eyelids, so they have to lick their eyeballs to keep them moist. Can you imagine that, licking your own eyeball? Sure glad we have eyelids. Love these geckos. Okay, we're gonna let this gecko go back in the bush and keep looking. Well, that's a good sign. We're continuing to see new creatures. Guys, I got one.
Look at this frog. Holy cow, that is cool. Wow. We found our first amphibian of the night. It's not the frog we're after, but that is a great sign. That means that we're getting enough rain for the amphibians out here to come out of the soil.
This is the western spotted frog, and just like turtle frogs, they only come out just after a rainstorm.
This is not the frog we're after, but it's a good start. Let's let this one go. Keep searching. Perfect conditions. We just gotta keep looking. Got the rain, we're in the right spot. I've already seen one species of frog. This is like the sweet spot. This is what we need. Got everything except the turtle frog itself.
After hours of searching, we weren't seeing any signs of turtle frogs. Luckily, my experience has taught me sometimes the best way to find the frog you're looking for is with your ears.
Did you guys hear that? Shh, shh, shh. I think I heard one. Yep. Did you guys hear that? One more. Let's see if we can hear it one more time. If we hear it again, we'll try to find it. I think that's one, guys. Let's try to canvas this area in front of us here.
Stop calling. We must be right next to him.
Got him. Got a turtle frog. Holy mother. Oh my God. Look, there he is. There it is. I cannot believe we found the frog. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Hello. Come here, buddy. Oh my gosh. We have come so far to find this species. There is the turtle frog. Yeah, baby! Woo! What are the freaking odds? Guys. Oh my gosh! I cannot believe we got one. Oh. Hello. Have you ever seen anything like that in your life? This is one of the coolest creatures I have ever laid my eyes on. Let's just appreciate this super unique creature.
What you're looking at is some of the first HD footage ever recorded of a turtle frog. I mean, this species is so rare, there's very little information to find about them. But here's what we do know about this bizarre little frog.
Let's start with the name, turtle frog. Named for its appearance, the most unusual frog I have ever seen, but look at its head. That dome-shaped head with the black beady little eyes, and then the circular body. Looks like a turtle without a shell. This is one of the most unique looking frogs you will ever see. It looks like something out of Star Wars, Jabba the Hutt's relative. Some people say it looks like a little wad of chewing gum, and it certainly looked like that when we first saw it. I have wanted to film, I have wanted to find one of these frogs for my entire career. This is a big, big moment for me. If you can't sense my excitement after this is about as big as it gets for a frog nerd like me. Hi, buddy. Look at that pudge. Are you kidding me? Has to be one of the most unique looking frogs, but probably the cutest frogs as well. Super pudgy, super soft. Feels like a water balloon almost, and when it's walking across my hand, you can really tell how much liquid is in the frog. It's like a deflated water balloon, but it is a very delicate frog, but it's somewhat stout. Got a lot of power in those legs. I can feel it when it's crawling across my hand.
It uses its stocky arms and legs to burrow into the soil, It really is incredible how something so small and soft can dig over 3 feet underground. And actually here, let me get out. I'm gonna take my pack off and get out a little bit of water because I don't want to dry out the frog. One of the things you always want to make sure you do when handling any amphibian is make sure you don't dry them out, and this water will help. Oh, hey, came to life there. Hey buddy, it's all right. Oh my goodness. Endemic to Western Australia. It can only be found here, but that's not where the oddities end. In fact, the oddities begin with this species when it's born. It's one of the few species of frogs on the planet that does not have a tadpole stage. This frog begins its life with a full set of hands and legs. What's also unique about this species is that they have one of the largest eggs of all frogs in Australia. In fact, 5 centimeters is as big as they grow, and this frog is approaching maximum length. Now, there's a certain period of year where at the tail end of it that it's breeding and will actually call. That's how we were able to find this frog. And it was definitely a team effort. We've got Max with us here from Australia Wildlife Encounters. Max and I were slowly honing in on this little frog, and then I crouched down and there it was, just like you saw it right there underneath the bush, looking right back at us with those beady little eyes. And it was so unlikely for us to find this frog, guys. The rains were not supposed to come, and sure enough, they appear today, almost like out of thin air. A front came in, provided enough moisture for us to have a chance to put this frog in front of the cameras, and I am so excited you guys get to see it. Now, we think this is a male because of the way it was calling, and when they're mating, they have an extended honeymoon. Once a turtle frog locates its mate, they will both burrow together for months before actually breeding and depositing their eggs. This is a very unique species, guys. There's not a ton of information and very few studies of this frog. So when it comes to filming animal oddities, it doesn't really get any better than this. And I am just over the moon right now that we were able to come out here, our first time in Western Australia, our first time in turtle frog territory, against the odds, and sure enough, we were able to find one. Oh man, I am so excited we got to show you guys the turtle frog. What a cool frog this is! I'm about to enter the sting zone with the bullet ant. Ah! I'm about to enter the bite zone with the leafcutter ant. Here we are in the jungles of Costa Rica for the ultimate showdown between the 2 most painful ants in the world. We've got the bite of the leafcutter ant versus the sting of the bullet ant. And I'm here to determine which of these 2 is the true king of pain. Ah! Before we start our face-off, we have to track down our contenders. First up are the leafcutters, which are famous for slicing up plants and marching the pieces back to their nest. These worker ants carrying the leaves are incredibly strong, capable of lifting 20 times their own weight. They harvest these parts to use as compost that grows a fungus to feed the entire colony, including their defenders called soldier ants. Leafcutter soldiers have no stinger at all, but instead use their massively oversized jaws like butcher knives to slice through anything standing in their way, including human flesh. I have personally witnessed a single soldier saw through skin to the bone in just a matter of seconds, and that is why it will be our first contender. To find them, all we have to do is follow this trail of ants back to their underground lair. Here we go. This is it. This is the entry point to the nest. You can see the leaves are disappearing here. Up in this clearing, there's going to be other entry points. That's where the soldiers are going to be waiting to ambush. Oh yeah, see multiple entry points. All right, we want to be very gentle with our steps around these openings, because as soon as we disturb this area with vibrations, these ants are going to swarm us. These colonies can span 100 feet in diameter underground, so that's pretty much all of the visible area here
in this clearing. There are millions of ants below our feet right now, including those dominant soldier ants. These are the biggest and baddest ants that you could imagine. All right, guys, get ready. So this is the same as knocking on the door, and trust me, we are not welcome. Oh, here they come right here, look at that. Giant soldiers. If you don't pay attention, they will be all over your body. We're here to collect 5 soldier ants for the bite test. All right, there's one. Okay, we got one. We are getting absolutely swarmed by these ants. Look at them covering my boots.
All right, they're covering.
I know, you guys watch yourselves. Stand back a little bit. They come out of the hole with their mandibles open, ready for pain. All right, I got 3.
They're all over your boots.
Oh, oh gosh, he's already got me. 4. Oh, one just got my back. They're already up my legs. Oh, God, he got me. Oh, okay, how many do we have? I got 5. All right, let's get out of here, come on. I got one on my back. He sliced my back. All right, seriously. Oh, you got them all over you guys. Got them all over your boots.
Oh, Matt, one just crawled in your pocket.
Oh, Mark, there's one on your shoulder. He's biting me, look at that. Yes, they can definitely bite through your clothes. There is no negotiating with these ants. They only mean to seek and destroy. It's time for round 1. Let's go to the bite table and get this action started. All right, welcome to the bite table. Here we have in our jar 5 soldier leafcutter ants, and oh boy, are they angry. Let's get a closer look at the business end of one of these soldiers. Man, these ants just make you nervous. They are so incredibly strong. Let's take a closer look. Andrew, you got a good shot? It's like having a pair of garden shears on your face. They are razor sharp. We're going to attempt to recreate a swarm of ants on the top of my hand and then see if I can withstand their bites for 60 seconds. Please do not attempt to recreate what you're about to see. Matt, let's put 60 seconds on the clock.
60 seconds.
All right, here we go. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the bite zone with the leafcutter ant. Here we go, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one's got me. All right, they're all in, start the clock.
60 seconds starting
Oh, they're breaking the skin. Man, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. What's the time?
30 seconds left.
They're just annihilating my skin, just popping holes. It's like razor pinches. They're just like slicing through my skin like butter. Give me a countdown. It's gotta be close.
10 seconds left.
All right, 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't move your hand. 3, 2, 1.
Get them off. God, they won't come off. They just bite harder. Get off me. Oh, that was so bad. So many bites. That was so much more intense than I thought. I thought there was no possible way that a leafcutter ant bite could even come close to comparing, but I don't know. Bullet ant stings up next, but that's the most uncomfortable thing I have ever experienced. The sheer willpower to just like look away and let that happen. I hope you guys got good shots because I never want to go through that ever again. All right, so let these ants go and get back on the hunt. Even with fresh wounds on my hand, there was no time for a break. My turn to face the sting of the bullet ant had arrived. Bullet ants are one of the largest ants in the world and are legendary for having the most painful sting in the insect kingdom, rating above cow killers, tarantula hawks, and the infamous murder hornet. It has also earned itself the nickname the 24-hour ant because the excruciating pain from a single sting can last an entire day. Let's let these ants back off into their nest. There you go. Round 1 of the most painful ant showdown is in the books. I've got some battle wounds to show for it. Now it's time for round 2, the sting of the bullet ant. I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is, for me, this is definitely gonna happen. The good news is, we don't have to go very far to find our bullet ant. Literally on top of the leafcutter ant colony, there is a bullet ant nest right here at this tree. I have never seen this before. All I have to do, give a little knock on the door. Check this out. Oh, here they come. Can you get your microphone close? Hear them making their battle cry. Oh, they're angry. We just need one ant. Here we go. Oh, we got 2 on there. Oh, see if we can get one to climb off in it. All right. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, geez, that was close. All right, we got an ant. And just like that, we are ready for round 2. The time has come for the second contender. Those leafcutter ants meant business, but those are flesh wounds. This is venom. Let's get the bullet ant out of the jar so we can get a closer look at exactly what we're dealing with here. All right, I'm just gonna let it crawl onto the table. Got it. Oh man, my heart is definitely racing a million miles a second right now. These ants are not to be taken lightly. Some ants just bite, but some ants sting, and this is the king of sting. Oh, ah, did you see that? Jumped right off the forceps. Let me grab it again. Be good, be good. Okay, got a better grip that time. Oh man, okay.
He looks angry.
Very angry. The panerotoxin in this ant stinger is ranked #1 on Dr. Schmidt's sting index. And I'm not just gonna take one sting today. I'm about to take it on for 60 seconds. Oh man, this is gonna be painful. Please do not attempt to try this at home. 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Camera's rolling, camera's rolling, camera's rolling. I'm Mark Binns, and I'm about to enter the sting zone for 60 seconds with the bullet ant. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh, you see the stinger going in? Oh, you got that shot? Oh, ah! Oh, 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 that hurts. Oh, the stinger's still in me. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Mark, we gotta stop the clock every time you take
All right, oh man, it really burns.
You have to hold it on there for a whole minute.
Oh, oh yeah. You can see the stinger going in the skin. You see that? Oh man, and he's just like working it in. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh.
30 seconds.
Ah. Ooh. Ah. Oh, the stinger's in there, it's just pumping me full of venom.
Mark, you okay?
No. Ah, it's hot. Ah. Ah. Oh yeah, you see the stinger going in and out? Ah, it's getting me again. Ah, what's the time? What's the time? What's the time? Ah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time.
Oh. Oh, I'm bleeding. Where the stinger is in, you guys see that? Oh. Oh. Dude, I'm telling you what, that is searing pain. My arm is on fire right now. Oh.
Describe the pain.
It's hot. It's hot, it's pulsating, it's electric. My skin is just like rippling with pain. You can see it drew blood. The stinger was in the skin, just pumping me full of venom. Do you see it pull out there at the end? That was insane. They say it's like being shot by a bullet. This pain is rumored to last for like 24 hours. The sting is getting worse by the second.
So which one's worse?
The acute pain of those leafcutter ant jaws really hurt. This is different though. This is getting worse. Like you could see the redness is starting to really flare up. Like look at all the capillaries dilating there. Wow. In terms of the showdown, I don't know, what do you guys think? What'd you think was worse?
Just based on your pain reaction and the bites, I think leafcutter ant.
I mean, this was no walk in the park. This did not feel good for a second, but those leafcutter ants, that is something I never, ever want to go through ever again if I can help it. All right, guys, it's getting dark. Let's release the ant and head back to camp. As we made our way back to the nest to release the bullet ant, The swelling and searing pain increased dramatically, and I was starting to think that I had declared the winner of this ant vs. ant face-off far too soon. All night long, my arm was riddled in bone-crushing pain, and it took everything I had to hold back from screaming out in agony.
I maybe got like 2 hours of sleep last night, guys. This bullet ant sting just kept me up all night long.
For what it's worth, I feel my experience has proved the rumors true. The pain became much more intense before getting any better, and the visual swelling and itching alone were shocking. It took multiple days for all of my symptoms to subside, and if it were up to me, I'd rename this species the 48-hour ant. So I had to do the right thing and return to the table. Well, I, for one, am never too proud to admit when I am wrong. And in terms of yesterday's verdict as to which was worse, I was wrong. Look at my arm, guys. I am in so much pain right now. And look at this. The redness extends all the way from my wrist to almost my elbow. It truly feels like a broken bone.
Wait, Mark. So, are you changing the winner from yesterday?
No question. No question. I have never felt pain like this from a sting. This is the worst sting I have ever experienced in my life. The bullet ant is the true king of pain of this rainforest. Right now, I am out tide pooling in Eastern Australia in search of the deadliest creature on the planet. The blue ring octopus has one of the most toxic venoms on Earth, and if we're lucky enough to find one, I'm going to attempt to touch it with my bare hands. But first things first, let's get looking. From experience tide pooling, the best results are usually from the edge. The further out you can go, the better. An octopus can change the texture of its skin, and it would just look like any of these. Now, I've struck out on all 3 previous occasions trying to locate a blue ring octopus. I'm hoping 4th time's a charm. The difference this time is I'm searching with my good friend Miller Wilson, who has seen blue rings in these tide pools before. It's very hard to pick a octopus that's a master of camouflage out from this environment. It's about to be low tide, and this is probably one of the most dangerous tide pools that I have ever searched. So, wearing some nice protective shoes, gloves. I don't really want to handle the octopus, but the gloves should protect me just in case. And of course, we still need to watch our steps, because if you look at this, all these rocks out here, exactly like a stonefish. And this is stonefish territory. The stonefish is the world's most venomous fish. If you step on one, your boots will not protect you. A single sting from a stonefish can be excruciating and can even be deadly. But no octopus. Flipping's not really doing it, so I'm just gonna cruise to cover a lot of ground looking for movement. A lot of times I do see octopus moving from pocket to pocket, but they slink along the surface. So I'm just looking for any movement right now. Any movement, we're getting it though, feel it. Oh my God, I got an octopus. I got a blue ring, guys. It's right here. There it is. I missed it. It's right in there. It's right here. How could I miss that? That was it. Got it. Oh my gosh. We got one. Are you kidding me? Yes. Boom, baby. Boom. Yes. Holy cow. Miller, we're good. We got one. Can you help me get out of the net? So, you'll see I'm wearing gloves, guys, for a reason right now. This is a really good way to get a nip. And that is not what I want. Put that guy in there. Hello. Hey, buddy. Let's talk about what we found. Right there in my hand is the most dangerous animal on the planet, at least when it comes to venom. Nothing in the animal kingdom is more toxic than this tiny little octopus. And yes, I am nervous about it, but before the end of this video, I will officially touch with my bare hand the most dangerous and toxic creature on Earth. There are actually 4 described varieties of blue ring octopus. This one is the blue-lined octopus. It's the only one in the family that has these really cool, vivid blue pinstripes surrounding the body. It's almost like blue tiger stripes. So if this animal is at all threatened, here I want to show you what it does. See that? Look at those rings go. Is that cool or what? Oh, okay. Stay down, stay down. If the octopus is at all agitated, not only does it flare up the rings on its arms, but those lines on its body glow. Back up, I'm toxic. That's your aposematic warning. And if you don't listen to me, I'm gonna give you a nip. And they show these vivid display warnings not only for predators, but they also do it while they're hunting. They will do it to confuse or startle their would-be prey. This is what our octopus friend here is out hunting. This is a type of shore crab, but this would be the perfect food for the octopus. All right, we're gonna let this crab go. A single bite from this octopus could kill over 20 human beings. Needless to say, if I get nipped by this creature, that'll be the last nip I ever take. Now these octopus are nocturnal and they are masters of camouflage. Its normal color pattern perfectly blends in to this silty environment. They have 3 hearts that pump blue blood. They also have 9 brains. 1 central brain to run the entire nervous system, but then at the base of each arm, they have another brain. And you can see there, that little beak holds 2 venom sacs. And it's actually a toxin that it doesn't even produce itself, that it actually picks up through bacteria that it finds in the environment, through other organisms in this tide pool, and it collects this bacteria in its salival glands, and when it uses its beak to bite into its prey or a predator for escape, it will actually inject saliva into the wound. Once this saliva enters the bloodstream, you get infected with TTX. No animal has as lethal of a dose as the blue ring octopus does. If you get even a micro amount of TTX in your bloodstream, all you can do is be put on life support and hope that eventually your body works through the toxin on its own. And here's the worst part about it. While you might be in complete paralysis, you are lucid. There are survivors that have lived to tell the tale of having people try to resuscitate them, giving active CPR, and they weren't able to communicate, but they remember everything. And a lot of people get bitten by these octopus because of mistaken identity. You'll come out to a local beach in Tideful. Guys, turn your cameras right now. This is an active beach. People take their dogs and kids and play on this beach, and these animals live all along the coastline. Now that's not to scare you. Obviously, we're out here actively looking for them. They're hard to find, but people do unfortunately come into contact with these octopus, and they will pick them up, play with them, and in that process take a bite, which is completely painless, by the way. Initial symptoms are going to be things like tingling, difficulty breathing, difficulty thinking, loss of your motor skills, wobbly walking. If you think you are ever bitten by a blue ring octopus and you start to have symptoms, you have to be rushed to the hospital as fast as you can. We're talking like life flight situation, because you only have a matter of minutes before your whole nervous system starts to shut down and you're no longer able to breathe. Whew. And saying all that while holding the octopus in your hand, it's hard to remember the last time I was this nervous in the presence of an animal. All right, the time has come for something that I've thought a lot about. Because I know the only way that this octopus has the ability to envenomate you is a bite with its beak, I'm going to attempt to touch with my bare hand the most lethal, toxic animal on the planet. In order to do that, I'm gonna just dump out this water. Look at that. The octopus is trying to mimic the color of the cube. Rest assured, this is just a camouflage tactic. They are masters at this. That octopus is still very much able to pounce and bite. They can spend extended periods out of water. All right, so just so you guys know, if this blue ring does snare me, we're going to the hospital. On 3. 1, 2, 3. That made me nervous. All right, lid back on. I don't think I was just bitten now, but I'm not completely sure. I had to take a break, guys, because like I'm definitely feeling a little lightheaded, like major anxiety. That animal right there, if you get bit, it's game over. It's lights out. Guys, I am like shaking right now. Like my feet are tingling. Things that you normally wouldn't pick up on, like heart rate, how I'm breathing, tingle feeling. Like I'm just from like all the adrenaline pumping through my body. And the emotions are intense, super intense. Gotta shake that off. The anxiety that I'm experiencing on camera is real, as I had almost identical symptoms to that of a blue ring bite. While I was 99% sure I wasn't bitten, we had to closely monitor my symptoms until we deemed it safe enough to continue filming. The symptoms of these bites can be subtle and can be hard to differentiate from anxiety and panic from other sources of stress. Please, never attempt to do what you are seeing in this video. I cannot stress enough, if you are bitten by a blue ring octopus, you must seek medical attention immediately. I think I'm all right. I think I'm okay to continue. Let's keep going. Okay. It's been a while since I've had this kind of reaction to being in an encounter with an animal. Like it's like my first time seeing a venomous snake. It's like all kinds of emotions right now. Just brushing up against one in the tide pool, whether you're walking around, if you accidentally touch one, you're gonna be just fine. It's like every other octopus. The difference only occurs when you take a bite from the beak right there.
Deep in the mountains of Chile, there is an insect so rare and so elusive that its sting is completely undocumented by science. And that sting belongs to the panda ant. And today, we're going to try to make history by being the first to find this panda ant, capture it on video, and then of course I will take on the sting of the panda ant in a world's first. This is gonna be like looking for a fuzzy needle in a giant wilderness haystack. It's time to get searching. Now this won't be your average hike. Only a few panda ants have been found in the wild, so we're going to have to search this entire mountain range to even have a chance at finding one. Okay, this looks promising. This open area has a lot of sandy, loose material, which is perfect for the panda ant because it likes to make burrows, and it also allows us to cover a lot of ground fast.
Covering ground. That is the name of the game when you're looking for very, very small creatures. The more ground your eyes can scan, the more likely it is you'll find what you're looking for. We're hearing water down below. In the desert, water is life. Let's try our luck in a different environment. Found the water. It looks so good. If you were ever stuck out here in the desert, this water would be absolutely life-saving and perfectly fine to drink running this fast. A little bouldering. Just seeing water is a boost of energy. Oh, I feel so good. It's good that we're seeing these flowers. Panda ants feed on a diet predominantly of nectar, so these flowers, good indication we have a food source.
There's definitely more life down by this river. Finally feels like we're starting to close in on the panda ant.
Seeing these smaller wasps, that makes me feel really positive. I think the trail is heating up. I'm starting to see yellow jackets. Good sign for us right now. This is the insect watering hole. But look at that one. See that one that's chasing the others off? It's got like a panda-like abdomen. You seeing this? You seeing this? The male panda ants have wings. Let's keep moving. Have to be getting close. Oh, whoa, look at all these. Just got to this trail and there are all these burrows. I can't say whether or not these are definitively panda ant burrows, but they're the right size and right shape and in the right place.
Finally feels like we're starting to close in on the panda ant.
Panda ant right there. Woo! We got one! Holy! Oh, we were literally just about to give up. It's not a big one, but that is a panda ant, baby. Let's go. Yes. Ah. Got one.
But our luck wouldn't end there. As we prepped our presentation and captured the first ever video of this fuzzy little panda, something even more incredible happened. Got another one. Hold on, hold on.
Get in there, get in there. Go. They're so fast. So fast. This one's kind of small. I don't want to get stung. Not yet, anyway. There you go.
Yes, 2 panda ants. Holy cow. And this one really looks like a panda. Wow. Not 1, but 2 panda ants. This is such a rare opportunity to film this world famous creature. There is almost no footage of this species. In fact, this is likely the first 4K footage the world has seen of the panda ant, the world's smallest panda. The first thing I noticed about these creatures were their size. They are teeny tiny. Look at the little capsules that we had to bring with us for this presentation. But not only are they small, they are fast. I cannot believe we actually were able to get them into the containers. It's not likely that we're gonna be able to get very much B-roll of them walking around. All it would take is a small little hole or crack in the ground, and they are poof, gone. They got their name, the panda ant, because of that black and white fuzzy exoskeleton, which of course I keep calling them an ant, but they are not an ant at all. They are a species of wasp. And the wingless ones are actually females. The males of this species have wings, but the females do not possess wings. But what they do possess is the largest stinger to body size ratio of any insect in the world. They're related to the cow killer found in the southern United States, another species famous for its massive stinger and painful sting. Both have fuzzy exoskeletons and are classified as velvet ants. However, unlike the cow killer, the effects of the panda ant venom are completely unknown. And with that, it's time to take a closer look at their defense mechanisms. They don't just look like pandas for our amusement. They've developed this coloration to ward off predators to say, hey, I pack a punch, I have a lot of defenses, and you will regret it. Now let's talk about another defense mechanism. Let's bring the microphone in there real close. You hear that? That's called stridulation, which is a high frequency warning pitch that these insects are able to emit. And we're not just boosting the sound. This insect's actually noisy. I can hear it. Look at that. Swinging the abdomen already. Might get to see an appearance of that. Oh, that stinger's coming out. Compared to body size, that is a super long stinger. It will have no problem popping a stinger through my skin. Now remember when I said earlier, this is probably the first 4K footage of a panda ant. Let me also tell you, this is about to be the first ever documented sting of this species. No one has taken the sting of the panda ant. Going into the sting zone with the panda ant is truly the great unknown. I have no idea what kind of reaction I'm going to have, so we brought a couple of emergency remedies. Of course, our satellite phone. If I go into any kind of anaphylactic shock, we will use this for emergency distress calls. In addition to that, I always bring a first aid trauma kit. And in this trauma kit, I always have an EpiPen. That's pretty much our only remedies if this sting gets really bad. For the first time ever, it's time to go flesh the stinger with the panda ant. That stinger is flying. That is a very big stinger. I would say the stinger is the entire length of the lower abdomen. All right, it is time. I'm Mark Vins, and I'm about to enter the sting zone with the panda ant. Here we go to the great unknown of the world of stings. 1, 2, 3. Yep, stinger's in. Stinger's in. Oh, I dropped her. Where'd she go?
Oh, it's here.
Definitely stung me.
Maybe over the wall?
Yeah, let me see. They're so fast.
And they blend in perfectly where she can't have gotten far. Look around. Here, I'm gonna look over here. All right, yeah. Keep looking, keep looking. Oh no! Oh! Well, unfortunately, I dropped the ant. She definitely gave me a sting before hightailing it out of here. We've got 2 distinct sting marks. I would say it's probably similar to that of a hornet, but luckily for us, we have one more ant. In fact, this is the one that looks most like a panda. So, it's time to see if the world's smallest panda packs a potent punch. Gotta get a good grip. I know it looks easy, but it is so hard to get a good grip on these tiny little panda ants. There we go. Okay, stinger's going. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Ooh, yeah, okay. Definitely took a really good sting and a bite. See this panda's jaws locked into me? I think this panda ant's bite is worse than its sting. Definitely getting little micro stings. This tiny panda ant just might not be big enough to deliver a full punch. Okay. Well, you can see here, I got 2 really good stings from the ant that got away. And then I probably have, I don't know, like a dozen little micro stings. I left it there for a while, but there was 1 or 2 really good ones. Oh my God, there it is. Got it. We just found the first panda ant. Wow, I cannot believe it. What am I supposed to do with you? You ran away, and now you're back. Should we try to get, like, another wallop? All right, well, gonna go for another sting. I don't know if I got a full one that first time around. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep, got me. It's biting me. Ant stinging me. Got a good one there. Okay, yeah, all right. Really not a remarkable sting, even though we're getting a lot of redness and little micro swelling around those sting sites. This might have been the world's cutest sting. The sting of the tiny panda ant is no match for its growl. All right, let's let this little panda back into the wild. While the pain was manageable right after the sting, the secondary reaction roared back the next day, where I had redness, swelling, and a relentless itch. So while the panda ant might be cute, the sting of this tiny insect should definitely be avoided. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure to search for the Brave Wilderness channel on YouTube so you can join me and the crew on our upcoming adventures.